Welcome to the second episode. This second episode is mainly about the menstrual cycle, and in that you will learn about the menstrual cycle. We need to have a intact hypothalamic pituitary ovarian axis and intact genital tract. Menstrual cycle consists of changes in the ovary and uterus. There is shedding of 2/3 of the outer lining of the uterus, result in menses, between 20 to 80 ml of blood loss, and mainly 40 to 50% is in first 2 to 3 days. This is for normal, because in this episode we will talk about the menstrual cycle, what are the changes happen in the ovary and in the uterus. Now we'll talk about the menstrual cycle. In menstrual cycle, the endometrial cycle, the endometrium is the lining of uterine cavity above the level of internal os, consists of surface epithelium, glands, stroma and blood vessels. The uterine wall has two distinct divisions, basal zone and superficial functional zone. The basal zone is 1 mm. 1/3 of the depth of endometrium is in contact with myometrium. It is influenced by the cyclical hormonal changes and degeneration. The other is functional zone. Basal zone is 1 mm. Functional zone. Functional zone is under the influence of ovarian hormone, estrogen and progesterone, and there are 4 stages. Regeneration phase, in which there is regeneration after the menses, proliferative phase, secretory phase and menstrual phase. In ovary there is follicular phase, ovulation phase and luteal phase. In uterus there is menstruation followed by proliferative phase and secretory phase. Stages of regeneration start before the menstruation, completed in 2 to 3 days after the menses. Once the menses happen, it completed, then regeneration started. There is an average thickness of the functional zone, that is 2 mm. The gland and stromal cell regenerate from the remnant, that is the leftover in the uterus. Proliferation. Proliferation phase start from the 5th day until the 14th day, and at 14th day ovulation start. During proliferation, by its wording, there are proliferation, and this occur due to the ovarian hormone, that is estrogen. Gland become tubular and lie perpendicular, epithelium become columnar, nucleus placed at the base, and the spiral vessels are unbranched. Now the thickness is 10 to 12 mm at the time of ovulation. The secondary phase is the secretory phase. Secretory phase start from the 15th day and cease after 5 to 6 days before the menstruation. So now we have two. One is regeneration, proliferation and secretory phase. During this, surface epithelium become more edematous and gland tubulars and lie perpendicular, and arteries become spiral. The thickness of the endometrium remains its highest, that is 12 mm. Regressive changes in the endometrium are pronounced 24 to 48 hours prior to menstruation. There is marked spiraling of the arteries and withdrawal of the estrogen and progesterone. As a result of these withdrawal, there is an intense spasm of the spiral arteriole at the basal path. Since the functional zone get ischemic and shades off. So during this cycle there is regeneration, proliferation and secretory phase. These are under the influence of estrogen hormone. Now comes to the changes in the follicles. This is enzymatic autodigestion of the functional zone. Corpus, these bleeding occur from the broken veins, arteries and capillaries. The blood along the superficial functional layer is shed into the cavity, and the blood clot in the uterine cavity become liquefied soon by plasmin. Now we should know the proximal time between the hormonal level and the ovulation. This is very important from your exam point of view. Sustained peak of estradiol for 24 hours beyond 200 picogram per ml in late follicular phase result in LH surge. This LH surge have a positive feedback effect. Ovulation occurs about 24 to 36 hours after the onset of LH surge and about 10 to 12 hours of the LH peak level. These are the questions always asked in MCQ, so may note down this. Ovulation occur 24 to 36 hours after the onset of LH surge and about 10 to 12 hours of LH peak level. The mean duration of the LH surge is about 8 hours and peak LH plateau for 14 hours. When LH surge is there, stimulate completion of the induction, division of the oocyte, luteinization of the granulosa cell, and synthesis of the hormone start, that is progesterone and prostaglandin. Afterwards, there is a decline in LH due to negative feedback of progesterone, pre-ovulatory FS surge increase, and the plasmin will help lysis of the follicular wall. In corpus luteum will rapidly regress and there is decrease in estrogen progesterone production. Steroid withdrawal causes regression of the endometrium and 2/3 of the outer part of the endometrial rapidly regress and is sloughed off and shed during the menses. So this diagram you can see there is in ovary there is follicular phase and luteal phase, and in pituitary and ovarian hormone there is FSH in the beginning, that is released from the anterior hormone, and under the influence estrogen will be released and LH surge is there. Once the ovulation happen, then the start of progesterone hormone, and the same will affect on the uterine endometrium. In the beginning there is changes in the gland, stroma and arteries, and in the end there is a shedding due to non-support of estrogen and progesterone. I hope you like my videos and it will help you in education and preparation of your exam. Subscribe my channel, and if you want any comments or any question, below down is the comment box. I will answer you and I will prepare the video in future for you.